Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So it's complete mayhem over here, and the reason being MEGHAN has struck again and again and again in a very short period of time. Her and Harry have signed a major lucrative Spotify exclusive podcast deal, and everyone has gone mental. She's getting her hands on the cash, she's getting her hands on the money, and we know that this is what she was all about from the start. A lot of people have condemned MEGHAN for trying to get to the bag as quickly as possible, and they wouldn't really be lying, especially those such as Piers Morgan. He has basically slammed her and said that she is all about the money, she's all about the cash, which is true. So there's an article, in fact there's two that I'm going to go over, that is titled "It Was Always About the Money. Meghan and Harry's Megxit Motivation Condemned by an Expert." Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's desire to step back as senior royals has always been motivated by money, a royal expert has said, which we know is true. They always wanted to get money, and within the last 2 days we've seen a promotion from Oprah to support Megxit's latest vegan latte brand investment, and now we have received the confirmation of the signing of this lucrative Spotify deal for exclusive podcasts to allegedly uplift us in the world, in our everyday lives. I'm struggling to figure out who's going to be listening to this podcast, because we know that Meghan and Harry are going to be talking a bunch of fluff, because they don't really have that many real life experiences that they can relate to. Meghan and Harry are opportunistic. They use real everyday people's problems for their own financial gain. It doesn't get more tacky than that. They've signed an £100 million Netflix deal just to simply film themselves and film everyday normal struggling people in their realities to get as rich as they possibly can. If they were really philanthropic in nature, why wouldn't they take the lucrative money from these deals and actually change people's lives? Not just talk about change, not just highlight all the things that need to be done, but actually make changes, real substantial changes. Why don't they help people build generational wealth like they are building generational wealth for them and theirs? But of course they're not going to do that, because nothing that they do is really about anyone else but themselves, and I truly believe that. They are greedy, they are entitled, and they are extremely woke. So this article continues on. The pair decided to step back as royals last year, partly, the royal expert alleged, in order to make money from their royal status. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, yesterday revealed she has invested in a US startup company which specialises in instant oat milk lattes. The investment in Clever Blends marks her debut as a startup investor, and according to Daily Express royal correspondent Richard Palmer, it shows the true motive behind MEGHAN, which it does. He said the reasoning behind the pair's departure from the charitable royal foundation and the royal family itself was to make money from their royal status. Sharing a story on Twitter about Meghan's investment, he said, "A reminder that Harry and Meghan's desire to make money from their royal status was the root cause of their departure from the royal foundation and ultimately the firm." And that is true. They tried to blame every single other person in order to validate their desire to become rich off of the back of their royal status. There's nothing royal about the either of them. They are both money hungry, fame seeking individuals, and they don't care about the British media. They don't care about Thomas Markle or Samantha Markle. They do not care about the feelings of the Queen or about Prince Charles or anyone else in the firm. The only thing they really care about is their bank accounts. And we've seen this with Sarah Ferguson, we saw this with Prince Andrew, and we saw this with Sophie and Prince Edward. This is a running theme amongst quite a few members of the royal household. They get greedy, they get opportunistic, and they want to monetize this prestigious name, this brand, the royal seal. Is it going to work out for Meghan and Harry? Are they going to get away with it? The reality of it is that if they do get away with all of this, the royal firm as we know it will be coming to a grinding halt, because you simply cannot normalize royals running off and cashing in on the royal seal. Because if it's so easy to just do that, why would anyone bother serving the crown? Why would anyone bother taking a set salary when they can run to America and they can make millions and billions of pounds off of the back of simply being allegedly blue-blooded? Why would anyone even try to do charity work when they could just serve themselves and lounge around in pools and sip martinis and cocktails on a sun lounger out in LA or in the Maldives, who knows? So there is a constitutional crisis at hand, and I really do hope for the greater good of the rest of the royal family and the future of the firm that the Queen takes some kind of action, preferably sooner rather than later. So the article continues on. Following the announcement of Meghan's new investment, many took to social media to criticise the Sussexes. One person said it's always been about the money. Another said the issue here is not that they make money, the issue is wanting to make money from the royal status when they knew it was not allowed. It's the shadiness of it all. People can tell. A third said, I think they should both drop the Sussex title. The issue I have with the whole title debacle is that even when they drop the royal title, they are now infamous. They have created such a media stir that they are now infamous. So therefore, no matter what they do, they will always be known as the infamous former Duke and Duchess of Sussex. That title, once it is stripped from their backsides, will not be adopted by any other royals for an extremely long time. So it will still appear as though it is their title. It has infamy attached to it now, and that alone is going to make Meghan and Harry a hell of a lot of money in America, with or without it, which is the part that is extremely infuriating for me. So it continues on here with other people's comments, and someone else said they are no longer in the UK, they don't represent UK or Sussex, and as far as I'm aware, she isn't even a British citizen, just my opinion. Upon announcing their departure as senior working royals, Meghan and Harry declared their intent to become more financially independent. Well, as Meghan becoming an investor in the coffee company, she and Harry have founded a production company and signed a multi-year deal with Netflix. The value of the deal has not been confirmed, but the pair will make a series of documentaries while also putting forward several pieces of voice-over work. Interesting. Who really wants to hear their voices right now? So it continues on to say, they have since paid back the taxpayer money used on refurbishing Frogmore Cottage. The pair also hope to participate in several speaking events similar to Barack and Michelle Obama. Harry and Meghan will have their current agreement reviewed in the spring of 2021. According to insiders, Harry and Meghan will become more visible to the public in 2021 after the pandemic allows. Experts have stated the pair are optimistic and excited over the opportunities next year may bring post the pandemic. One insider told Vanity Fair, we will see more of them, and in a very different way to how we saw them as working royals. Well, of course, we are going to see the money-hungry, money-grabbing, opportunistic side. The transformation has been committed right before our eyes. I'm going to end the video there, guys. Let me know what you think. And I agree with this royal commentator, Richard Palmer. It's always been about the money. It's always been about the opportunity. And they've tried to pull a Houdini on us by vanishing under the accusations of the British media being racist, bigoted, and downright unfair. I'll be back with another video. Bye guys.